You know that beautiful glow when the sun sets over the ocean? Today we are going to paint that. A peaceful boat gliding across the shimmering water with seagulls flying overhead. I'll show you how to blend soft skies, adding rippling reflections, and bring movement to the scene with a bit of perspective. If you're new here, I'm Windy, a self-taught artist. On this channel, I share tips, techniques, and inspiration I've picked up along my journey. My goal is to help you to grow as an artist and create in your own unique way, no matter where you're starting from. So join me to learn new skills and let's grow together. Now grab your brushes and let's start painting.
Before we start painting, let's talk about perspective. In landscape painting, perspective creates the illusion of depth and distance on a two-dimensional surface. In this scene, the lines of the boat and the water ripples all lead towards a single point, called the vantage point. This guides the viewer's eyes into the distance and makes the painting feel real. We'll keep this in mind as we build our composition. Imagine the boat as a rectangle box with its head pointing towards the vantage point. Use this box as a guide to outline the boat. This will help you sketch out the correct shape. We'll start with a wet on wet technique to create our base wash. First, wet the entire paper with a thin layer of clean water. Then quickly drop in diluted yellow and warm orange for the sky, letting them blend naturally. Leave the sun area blank in the top left. For the water, add a mix of light green, allowing the color to softly merge with the horizon tones. The wet on wet method creates those soft, dreamy transitions, great for sunsets. Next, add darker shades to build depth in the water. Use a deeper green-blue mix near the foreground and under the boat. When applying darker shades, make sure your brush holds less water than the paper. This is quite important as this will help prevent unwanted staining once it's dry. Now for one of my favorite parts in this painting, reflections. Here are a few key rules to remember. First, the reflections appear directly below the object. The distance from the object to the top of its reflection is about equal to the object's height. Second, if an object tilts towards you, its reflection will be longer. If it tilts away, it will be shorter. Remember in step 1 we talk about perspective. This concept is closely related. Third, reflections are often less saturated than the object itself. What's light on land may appear darker in water, and vice versa. When mixing colors for reflections, I like to add a touch of complementary color to darken the mixture. You can also add a bit of black if you want a really deep dark tone. With our reflection in place, let's add the details. The boat's shape, the rowers, and the seagulls. For the boat, start with the diluted blue-green wash, then quickly layer a rich dark brown mixture along the bottom and top edges. Avoid adding colors in the center so it blends out naturally and creates subtle patterns. The amount of water in your brush is important here. It should be less water than the paper to keep the colors controlled. For the rowers, you don't need to add too many details since they're not the main focus in this painting. Keep the distant rower softer and less saturated, and add shadows to the one closer to the foreground to enhance the depth. Use a similar approach for the seagulls. Keep them sharper and larger in the foreground and softer and smaller in the distance. Once everything is dry, step back and see if your scene feels balanced. Add a touch more contrast if needed, especially where the sunlight hits the water. A few final ripples in the water will help tie the whole scene together. And that's it, a glowing sunset boat scene.
I hope you're enjoying painting along with me. If you tried this scene, tag me on Instagram or Facebook or even comment below so I can see your work. Until next time, happy painting!